Check.
Yep. Make sure you can hear everything. Make sure that everything is good.
Say something real quick.
Peanut butter chicken nuggets.
Just give me one moment to definite on this.
Good on my end.
It's good on your end, so you can hear, see everything.
Bad.
Okay.
Yep, I heard you.
So everyone, we're back. We just went ahead and switched over to a different streamer. I will be taking over to hopefully avoid any connectivity issues. Okay. So where we just left off, you know, Raylon asked Daemisarius to give him a hand with the door, and you guys.
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Okay. You guys go through and you push on the door. Yeah, they're gonna get a slight possible spoiler. Just give me a second, because I gotta fandangle something. Where?
Yeah.
So that.
No, I was gonna say stream's all good in case you didn't hear me.
Maria, anyone who's watching the stream currently, just click off of it.
Yeah,
I
I'm
clicked
already
it
off.
off already, yeah.
Yeah, click off of it, because I gotta adjust something that would be a spoiler.
But I see everything in the dark. Everything.
Exactly, yeah. She should get the spoiler version.
This is no. Okay. So let me just readjust everything. Okay. And Daemisarius and Raylon. Yeah. Daemisarius and Raylon both push against the door, and the doors begin to move. They were not barred, they are just that massive. It takes both of them to open them. And as the doors open, the cave continues. And you guys step forward. And immediately you guys see the tunnel open up into a very large chamber. And standing at the end of the chamber, you see a single female at the end of the chamber. Okay. Sounds like the kids are active. You guys see it all?
I see it, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I see.
And as soon as you guys enter, you guys continue forward a little bit. And right around here is where you guys like really are able to make her out. And she just seems to be standing there. She looks elvish. She stands about 6'2". Very, very beautiful. Dark hair. And she has like basically her hair is a very dark, almost black, but in the light you almost see like almost like a steel colored like streaks running through her hair. And she has these very piercing like silverish gray eyes. And she watches as you guys enter, just standing there. Almost a little bit lofty. And she sees as you guys approach. So this is what it's come to. You attack my people and my city. You foul creatures in your machinations. But I will not let this stand. I will protect my family, and I will protect my people. And Raylon steps forward. You foul creature, we will put an end to you. And he just looks back towards you guys and he gives a nod.
Coward nods back.
Very well. She looks past Raylon. I don't think the rest of you are with this foul creature, so I give you this offer. Leave now, and your life may be spared. And she looks at you expecting a response.
Coward will just kind of speak up. So many lives are at risk with this course you kind of put us all on. I'm not going to go away. My course, my doing.
This is their fault. This is their doing. I only seek to protect my people. But if you do not wish to flee, I will take action.
Well, why do you guys steal yourselves away? Nat asked from everybody else.
What would you do to protect your family? Would you open yourself up, or would you shield yourself from the world?
From what, though? You just kind of cut everyone off and made
These
everyone afraid.
creatures, as she points towards Raylon and the rest of you. Mostly pointed towards Raylon.
Okay.
And he scoffs at that. No, the only foul creature here is yourself. And the only one that needs to be put down is yourself. Give up now and we will take you into custody. Resist and you will die. And she looks. Well, I gave you the choice. And she starts to lean her head down. And her shoulders seem to grow. And you see as her body begins to malform and misshape. As the form that once stood in front of you changes. As you see wing. Ooh. Wait. That just. Okay, never mind. I thought I just moved the entire map. As you see wings start to protrude out of her back, a tail protrude, claws, her head and neck grow out. And where she once stood, you see a large dragonoid creature. Who is trained in nature?
I believe I am. One second, let me confirm. Confirm. Yes, I am.
Okay, go ahead and roll a nature check.
Okay.
Okay. This creature, you've seen it before. This is just another version of it.
Mm-hmm.
There standing before you is a dragon, an adult dragon. This one is metallic with a steel tinge all across its scales. This is a steel dragon. Give me a moment. Because I forgot to pull up the monster menu. Okay. What you know of steel dragons is out of all the dragons that exist, steel dragons are most noted for taking humanoid form. Some dragons sometimes live among humans for various reasons, goals, things like that. But they are most prone to hiding or living amongst humans or the mortals. They tend to take two different roles. Either A, they tend to serve. They will take. They'll either go from a noble to a favored servant of a powerful and basically, they could either be a leadership or they will be basically someone who works for a leader, someone who's usually very charismatic. And majority of steel dragons tend to work within their communities to promote freedom and undermine authoritarian forces. Steel dragons have difficulty with any kinds of absolute authority, even when authority has the best of intentions. Because other kinds of metallic dragons, especially gold dragons, use their power and experience to justify their actions, steel dragons dislike them. So that is what you know about the steel dragons. You also know that, considering you got a fucking insane ass fucking roll, They do not have any apparent weaknesses or vulnerabilities. And you know that their breath weapon is not of an elemental nature.
Okay, and so they don't have any apparent weaknesses, and their breath weapon isn't an elemental.
No.
Attack. Okay. Okay.
And-
Can I actually tell everyone that?
No.
Okay. All right.
This is what you know.
Okay.
And as she finishes transforming, her wings flutter outwards and open up, and it looks almost bird-like, but instead of feathers, there are just steel. And you know, like all along the ridges of the head, the spine, and the wings, all of the scales at the tip look like razor-sharp blades. And she just looks towards you guys, puts both front claws into the ground, and rears back and just roars very loudly. I need everyone to roll initiative. Let me go ahead and adjust the initiative order. You're not last.
Yay.
Yay.
Demisary is taking up the rear this time. Okay. Raylon is up first. He's gonna lean back or look over his shoulder real quick. Don't group up. Keep away from
Don't do what?
Don't group up. Don't group up. That'll make it harder for them to use the breath. Just encircle it,
Okay.
try to entrap it, and kill it as he moves up. And he goes up to there and kind of like gets into a ready position. That's going to end his turn. Conrad.
So Conrad's yelling, it's a steel dragon, and its breath attack is an elemental. He'll just kind of yell that out. And he'll take a shot at it.
Okay.
Actually, wait. First, he'll kind of move away from the group. Here. Actually, let me make sure I didn't count that out. Yeah, that works.
Okay, give me one quick second. Ugh.
All right, I'll tell me when you're back.
Okay, go ahead.
So he's gonna go devil form.
Okay.
Make sure you heard me right, because last time there was an issue.
Yeah, I heard
He's gonna
you.
go devil form, okay?
Go.
And he's gonna do splintering shot on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Your arrow lets loose and it bounced right off its scales.
All right, so it does half damage, and it loses -1 to attack.
Yep.
Till the end of the encounter.
Attack rolls or damage? Attack.
To attack rolls.
Okay. Just to be clear.
Yeah. Until
Okay.
the end of the encounter. Yeah. And he's gonna do. Actually, no, that's all he can do. End turn.
Okay. Rhea, you are up.
Okay, cool. Just thinking. Believe there's 8 squares. I'm guessing that's a huge pillar in the ground, so
Yes,
see if I
that
can
is
hide.
stalagmite.
Stalagmite. Yeah, I should go and hide behind that pillar over there.
Okay.
Using the double dash thing.
Okay.
So, yeah, and I'll just stay here and hold an action to do Moment of Glory once it gets.
Is Moment of Glory a minor
Yeah.
action?
I'm trying to think. I think it is. Is it not? No, it's not. Never mind. Scratch that.
Because I'll burn if you don't use it.
Well, no, she just used her
Yeah.
standard action to dash.
Yeah, that's the same. Yeah, I'll hold my. In fact, yeah, I'll just hide behind her. Won't do
Okay.
nothing else.
Okay, it is the
Wait.
Steel Dragon's turn.
I was gonna say, did you want me to roll a stealth to hide behind the stalagmite or not?
Are you hiding? Because I
But
mean,
yeah, I was gonna like.
no. You just
Oh,
ran
okay.
right over to a pillar while the dragon was facing you. Where else did you
Yeah.
go? Oh no, where'd she go? Maybe she's behind the only rock that she stood behind. Okay.
No, I could be in the ground.
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, the dragon, the Nalastilan, is going to fly over to here and seeing her first target is going to come up and make 2 claw attacks against Raylon. Okay, that's a first attack. Raylon holds up his arm and stops the claw from striking him. But the second one, you know, given that his other arm is holding his gigantic Morning Star, you know, swipes at him and it does hit him. Scrapes across his armor, sparks fly everywhere, but he does get cut by it. And that's going to end its turn. Demerel is going to come up over here. And she brings her hands together and like claps them. And as soon as they clap, you see like a dusting of like ice shards and like frost come out from that impact. And then she slowly, like almost like she's trying to hold something together. As her hands slowly separate, you see this white light begin to form in the center, and Rhea, you immediately feel the temperature of the room around you drop significantly. Conrad, you can feel it too. And she lets go, and it blasts towards the dragon, and it hits the side. You see ice kind of forming on its wings a little bit. It is now immobilized. And that's going to end her turn. Nat, your turn.
I'll open up with Corruption Orb.
Okay.
Dang it!
Oh god.
Okay.
Oh no.
Okay. Is that end your turn?
Yeah, it didn't do anything special, just missed.
Is that going to end your turn?
I'll just move over here and end my turn.
Okay. As you go to... You just moved on,
Oops.
Conrad.
Yeah.
Sorry, Conrad.
You go to move forward as you blast the corruption orb, and you fall.
Okay. Oh,
Right.
prone then.
Yep.
Sorry. Can I spend the rest of my movement to get up, or...
Now, that you remember, it takes a full movement to get up.
Okay. End my turn then.
Yeah, you started to move and you tripped. Because you were focused on trying to shoot the corruption orb, and the corruption orb just goes wide. Okay. Sin is up. And Sin... He's going to pull out the Big Mama Jamba. the classic, the favorite, the thing that has won so many fights. He's going to move up a little bit. And he is going to let loose. Wait for it. Oh!
That is amazing.
He opens up his spell tome and he begins to start incanting a word, and you guys hear the words and it's rhythmic, and it almost kind of like, just listening to the words, it almost kind of like lulls you guys a little bit, and you watch as the dragon kind of like shakes its head a little bit and kind of drops a little bit.
Holy fuck.
Motherfucker. God damn it. Damn it. Okay, so she is slowed. Okay, and Sin
does she still take ongoing acid damage? Because it does that regardless of if whether or not it hits?
Yeah.
Or no?
Yes.
Okay.
And he's going to spend an action point because he's not fucking around with this one. Because Sin was not there the last time you guys faced a dragon. So he closes his spell book, puts his hands together, and reaches out with his right hand. And you guys watch as his whole right hand starts to encrust in ice. And from that, he reaches his hand forward and an icy hand comes from it. And he's going to use Bigsby Icy's hand. Same arm that the gem was in.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, damn it. Stupid. I just need the hand. Give me the hand. There we go. Okay. And he is going to, too many things to deal with. Bigby's hand. Okay. Which one's which? Okay. Okay. It is not able to grab onto her. Okay. The hand is now there. Damasaries, seeing the situation at hand. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2. He's gonna get over to here. And then he is going to spend his action point to do a Howling Strike. Yep. Which misses. A dragon move. Goddamn oddly sized creature. Okay. Which misses. He hits the dragon, but it seems to have no impact. And he's going to then realizing his mistake, he's going to cast Bless Weapon on himself. And then he is going to do nothing else because he fucked up and he feels silly.
Like, oh shit, I should have done that beforehand.
Yeah. I mean, he still would have missed. It's Raylon's turn. Raylon is going to continue his movement, and he's going to try to circle around the dragon. To get a flanking bonus, he's going to attack, which lands. So he comes up as he's kind of like groggy and just starts wailing on the back end with his mace. His mace shines with a divine glow as he screams out, "The Platinum Lord will smite you for your evil." as he lands on the mace, just cracking it in its the kind of the tail end of it, and it kind of recoils from the pain. That's going to end his turn. Conrad.
Alright, so Conrad, first of all, is going to do Hunter's Quarry on the dragon, obviously.
Okay.
So, yeah. And then he is going to do Biting, what was it? Biting Volley, I believe? Yeah, Biting Volley on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that is a miss and a miss.
Shit. Alright. And he's going to move. Let's see.
Yeah, you let loose your arrows, and it kind of shakes its head a little bit and sees the arrows and just kind of ducks down, and both arrows go above it.
He's going to move here. End turn.
Okay. Ruya, your go.
Cool. Using a dash pin in theory, do 1 square there, then I believe it's 5 that way, and then a further 6 to go down. I can do that doing a dash, right?
Yes.
Cool. I shall do that.
Okay.
Give me 1 moment to move. I think it was there I got to. Let me just check. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah, 1 more. There we go. And can I use the action point to do Moment of Glory, obviously towards the dragon?
Yes, and just to let you know, basically right now, Damasaries and Raylon are flanking her. She consists of the 4 squares in between the two.
So, like,
Like, this is her center, and it's just those 4 squares.
Yeah, those ones.
Those 4, yeah.
Yep.
Just to be aware of what spaces she's occupying.
That's cool. That's cool. Where's parachute thingy? There's a Moment of Glory down. And I'll get that stained up as well.
Okay. That hits.
Cool. I think that goes about there, is it? Yeah.
Is that one the blast or burst?
Blast.
Okay. So it would be here.
Yep.
Okay, and what does Moment Glory do again?
Hits you push the target 3 squares and knock it prone. You and each ally in the burst resist 5 to all damage until the end of my next turn.
Okay, just give me a second, cause I just...
Yeah. Unless I say sustainer.
Okay. One, two, three. Okay. And it is knocked prone. Okay. Does that end your turn?
Yeah.
Dragon's turn. Shit. Okay, so it is going to use its movement to stand up. It is immobilized, so it can't move anywhere else, and since it has no other target to attack, it's just going to unleash on Damasaries. Okay, Okay, both claw attacks land against Damasaries, and Damasaries grunts out in pain as it is 2 pretty good blows. Okay, that's going to end its turn. Demerel, seeing a certain situation rise, she's going to over to here. And she is going to cast. She walks over there and she goes and lifts her hand up as if she's blowing a kiss, inhales, and then exhales really hard. And you watch as the air in front of her crystallizes into like a icy sickle almost, and it launches forward, hitting the dragon in the tailbone and knocking it 2 squares back. Trying to keep it in your moment of glory. Okay. And that's going to end her turn. Nat, you're up.
I will use my movement to get up.
Wait. Sorry. I completely forgot something super important. Okay. This is for sleep. The dragon falls down to the ground.
Yes.
Yay. Leo's in a drink.
Yeah, I saved against one. I forgot that it had 2 different effects on it. I was trying to forget.
Sleep mobilized in acid.
It saved from your acid.
Of course it did.
Not
That
from
was the
sleep,
bait.
though. Never from the sleep.
Yeah,
The acid save was a bait.
has a +5 to saving throws.
Oh gosh. Alright.
Rolled a 7, a 12, and a 2. Did they get rid of the one sleeping mark? Oh well, I'm just gonna put this one. Oh, there it goes. Oh, I'm sleepy. Okay, so that's no longer. Okay. Motherfucker, not again. Okay, Nat, continue. Sorry about that.
Yeah, I just used my movement to get up and just shoot it with fire, but that doesn't hit.
Nope.
I will use my chaotic defense for my minor.
You always get so goddamn lucky with that.
Yeah, get all the benefits.
Yep.
2d6 for temporary hit points, plus charisma.
Okay, that ends your turn.
Wait, that's on d20. Crap. 2d6. 11 temporary hit points. Yes.
Okay. Sin, seeing that it's down, is going to look towards you and the rest of the group, Nat. Says, encircle it. Beat it until it's dead. And he's going to come over to here, behind this little rock over here. And he is going to... Oh, wait, no. He's not going to move. He's going to use his move action to move Bigsby's hand over to yonder. And he's going to attempt another grab with it.
Please tell me that hits.
Yeah, it hits.
Yes.
So it is now grabbed, asleep, and it sustains the damage from the hand. Motherfucker, goddammit.
Yay!
Okay. Oh, never mind, that's not 18 damage, that is another 6 damage because it is unconscious, so it is helpless. Yes, all of your attacks are critical hits.
Yay!
Now, question, like, real quick. Does that mean, like, the effects of a critical would apply to that as well?
It is a critical hit.
Okay. Thanks.
As long as you pierce its defenses, it's a coup de grace.
Gotcha.
Okay, and then Sin is also going to unload another massive spell because, you know, fuck this dragon. Hmm. Fuck, he still can't use that because you guys are too close. Yeah, he's just going to, yeah, he's just going to use Phantasmal Assault because he can't use anything else with you guys that close. But any damage is better than no damage. Which is also going to be a critical. Okay, so that is, Jesus motherfucking Christ. Okay, that ends his turn. Daemissaries' go. Daemissaries, seeing an opportunity. Is going to come over to, god damn it, just grab Daemissaries, grab, there it goes. Come over to here. And he is going to use Stone Bear Rage. Or not, no, sorry, minus that one. Silver Phoenix Rage.
No, no!
Okay. Okay, that he takes that own damage as he smashes his own foot.
Ouch.
That was a lot of damage too. Okay,
Yeah.
so pissed off at this, he's going to use Martyr's Retribution. I mean, no, Blood of the Mighty, sorry. So he's going to take 5 damage to use Blood of the Mighty. Basically, he overextends his muscles in his body to try to land a mighty blow by spending an action point. Okay, let me see. With that, does it have any minuses from anything that you guys gave it currently?
I would ask Rui for that.
Yeah, I'm just. I think they do. No, not at the moment.
Okay, so plus that. Okay, he has reach, so that's 2. Just hits. With unconscious and everything else. Yeah, it just hits. Okay, so that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 times 6 is... Okay, plus his bonus, so... That's... 5... 3, 2... Oh shit, that's like... That's a fuck ton of damage.
Yay!
Is it enough to kill a dragon?
No.
Oh.
Fuck ton is different from
Yeah,
you
for
know,
different
a
dragon.
shit fuck ton, yeah.
Okay. Raylon is up next. He still has the reach, but he's still gonna move in. And he's going to land a blow, which hits, dealing a fucking metric ass ton of damage. As his his giant long mace glows with radiant energy as he slams down on it. And that's going to end his turn. Conrad.
Alright, so Conrad is going to use Careful Attack on it.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
Okay, and then he's going to use... So hang on. First, because of Diabolic Transformation, that is +2 to the damage.
Okay, what's their damage dice on that one? It's D12, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
because
so
it's just the Great Bow
16
dice. Yeah.
plus, okay, so that's 18.
Now, I got another question too, because you said it's an automatic crit.
That's for attacks, not bonus stuff.
Okay, just one double check. Okay,
I
anyway.
believe so. Wait.
Yeah, because like his weapon says on a crit, it's 1d6 damage.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the Hunter's Quarry. Now, all the bonus stuff is not automatically critted, so roll for Hunter's Quarry and your damage for your magical shit.
Yeah, Black Wrath of Hell. Or are you saying like for that bow bonus?
For the... Are you going to use Black Wrath of Hell?
Yeah.
Yeah, all those just roll them out.
Okay, so Black Wrath of Hell, Hunter's Quarry, and the bow?
Yes, all of it. So that's like a shit ton of dice, but just roll them out.
Yeah, hang on. So that's 2d6.
Okay.
That's for both the bow and the Hunter's Quarry.
Okay.
And it's 1d10 for Black Wrath of Hell.
Okay.
And now for Black Wrath of Hell, hang on. He gets a minus, and I'm going to say to my charisma modifier for this, to his attack rolls.
Okay, well, it's currently asleep.
Yeah, let me just make sure I have that number for you.
Okay, so that's...
And that is to... So it's -3 as well to its attack rolls to the end of the encounter.
Okay.
That ends my turn.
Okay. Ria, your go.
Cool.
Fuck sleep.
I love that. Question. Am I within melee range if I stand here or here?
No, you'd have to move. Do you see where Bigsby, Han, and Raylon is?
Yeah.
You'd have to basically stand in between them. Again,
Yeah,
it's
so there.
Yeah.
Or
right where its head is,
It was.
basically.
you know, just I think I can't go like past the Bigsby's hands to stand there.
I mean, right. You want to stand here?
Yeah, I want to try.
With your movement, you can get all the way around.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter where you're trying to get.
Yeah, it's more where everything else is going to happen.
Okay, well.
Yeah, I wanted to get to there, so a free burst radius basically
Move
hits.
one more to the right.
Yeah.
Wait, 1, 2, yeah. There you go.
Yeah. It's cool. So yeah, so I'll be casting Graveside. So get to that good area.
Okay, go ahead and drop that.
Oh.
It's going to be centered on you.
That's all good. So yeah, so as a quick reminder for everyone, hang on. Lastly, end of the encounter, you and allies get a +2 power bonus to damage rolls against enemies in the zone, so add 2 to any damage roll.
Yep. Don't have to worry about the other part.
No. Yeah, hopefully no one will die.
Okay, does that end your turn?
I was gonna say, I'm still within melee range of that, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah, cool. I shall use. Let me see if I've got another attack. And I'll do Inevitable Doom on it as well.
Okay.
So when someone goes to attack it, regardless if it's a hit or miss, or regardless if it does damage or not, it's a extra 2d8.
Does that end your turn?
Yeah, that ends it.
Okay. Dragon's turn. It wakes up. Okay, Demerel's turn. Okay, Demerel is gonna come over to here, and she raises out her hand, and a beam of cold shoots out of it, which blasts the dragon in the back. And that's gonna end her turn. Nat, your go.
If I move right here, do I get flanked with the hand?
No, hand is not an ally.
Yeah, when. Yeah, screw it.
You could, yeah.
I'll just get behind it. I'll just get here.
Okay.
I'll use a minor action to change my dagger to a great sword. I'll take a swing.
Okay.
And that's melee basic.
Yep, and it's
good.
Still prone, so.
Okay. Dang it!
No.
I was gonna say my inevitable doom still goes through.
Yep, go ahead and roll that. And you strike Demissaries. Does that end your turn?
Yeah.
You got action points.
I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe that's 12 damage to the dragon.
Yep.
Yeah.
Actually, it's 14.
Oh yeah, 14. No, it doesn't gain any bonuses. I know that.
Oh. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Okay, Sin's up. Sin. That's done. Okay, yeah, he's gonna use Phantasmal Assault against it, so to try to keep it distracted, so it makes it a little bit easier for you guys to hit him. Which does not hit. The Sin runs out, but it does scratches at it, but it doesn't even seem to notice. Okay, that is going to end Sin's turn. All right, he's also going to sustain his hand.
Icy hand.
He's going to continue crushing it.
Nice.
Oops, my bad. Wrong one.
Aww.
It's an automatic hit.
Okay.
Don't complain, okay? Like once he has it grabbed, he just continues to crush it.
See, I thought it was the I thought he was attacking it still, so I was like 13.
Oh no,
like,
he's still crushing it.
My bad. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, it's already grabbed and he's just keeping it up. Okay. Demissaries go. Demissaries is going to use he heals up from that, and then he's going to use, so he regens 3. Demissaries still looking really fucked up, but he is going to use Thunder Smite on it, which hits. +2. Okay, so. Oop. Dragon is looking pretty fucked up. It's starting to bleed. It's waking up and it's starting to like growl and grunt from all these attacks that keep hitting it. That's going to end Demissaries' turn. Raylon is going to continue to bash at it. Okay. As he continues to beat on it with his glowing radiant mace. Conrad, your go.
Okay, so you said it sounded bloodied, right?
Yes.
Okay. So that means
It's
from here on
bleeding.
out, yeah, no, it's +3 to my attacks because of Blood Hunt and
Yep.
Diabolic Transportation.
Yep.
So, careful attack on it. Does that miss?
Yes, it does.
Alright, action point. Hit it again.
That hits.
Okay, so 1d6. Oh, wait, sorry, that was a 2d6, so just the 2.
Yep.
And then +2 from my, again, Diabolic Transformation. Yeah.
+2 from the grave.
Alright.
Okay.
And Conrad's like, so good question. So, like, this pillar here is kind of like guarding, like, this whole area, like, right this way, right?
I mean, sort of, yeah.
Yeah, Conrad's just kind of duck right there and turn.
Okay. Okay. Rhea, you're up.
Okie dokie. Let's see.
And now you have more flanking options if you'd like to choose so.
Let me see. If I say move around to.
You can move
Okay.
without provoking an opportunity attack.
Yeah.
You just move through
Yeah.
Bigsby icy grass space.
Yeah, I was gonna say which square would it be to
Next
be
to Raylon.
flanking there?
Next to Raylon.
Right next to him.
Yep.
Yeah, that's fine. Don't mind me. Oh, don't move that.
Yeah, you circle around it, and there you're face to face with the dragon's head, and it kind of locks eyes real quick with you.
Hi. She's just gonna try and calm her breathing and do Death Shadow on it.
Okay.
Hope it's not got good reflexes. Death Shadow.
That hits.
Nice. So yeah, so that would be 12 plus the 2 initials.
Yep. What's the special part of that?
-2 to all defenses
Okay, that's what I
against the made against the next attack.
Yep.
Before the end of my next turn.
Okay.
Yes. There we go. And yeah, that will end my turn.
Okay. It is the dragon's turn. It is not happy. So,
It's like I had the worst dream ever.
okay, so, Motherfucker, you guys got, Couldn't do that because it was fucking not able to attack. You guys literally made it miss its bloody breath. Okay, so, it is going to turn around, and it is going to blast Nat and Damasceres. You watch as it turns around real quick, looks right at you, Nat and Damasceres, and inhales and exhales very, very, very quickly. 1, 2, 3. And it's also going to hit Sin as well.
I'm going to remind Nat that you have -5 to damage.
That should apply to
And
Demon
she-
as well, correct?
Was that?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, the -5 to damage, just minding him.
And she takes 2d6 reflect damage because of chaotic defense.
Yep. Okay. You are hit with 30 force damage, and you are dazed. Save ends. And then it is going to make a claw attack against Damasceres and you, Nat, after spending an action point.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, both attacks hit. It deals 22 damage to you, Nat, and 19 to Daemissaries. Daemissaries is looking rough.
Same. She does take additional 9 reflect damage.
Why do you keep saying reflex damage?
Well,
Reflex damage.
chaos defense.
Okay, yeah.
Every time I'm attacking.
Yeah, it's just reaction damage. Reflex damage is, and it's not even, just, yeah, I get what you mean.
It's more like reflect, not.
Yeah, it's
more
not
like,
reflect
fair
damage
enough.
because, yeah. Okay, anyways, yeah, so let me go ahead and update its current HP total.
And how much for the claw if I'm hit?
It was 22.
Okay.
Daemissaries and Nat are not looking good.
That's
And
definitely not looking good.
it looks right at you, Nat.
I'm still quite looking angry at her. Like,
And immediately you no longer look angry. As it looks towards you, and it looks, your eyes kind of meet, and she leans in really closely. And she says, "Move out of my way, little one."
Does,
And you move out of the way.
is she?
And it shifts.
Shit.
Oh, no.
And that's going to end its turn. And you also grant combat advantage to it until its next turn. End of its next turn. Damarel, seeing this, is going to try to blast it back into the space. Ooh. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4 potential targets. Okay. Rhea.
Okay.
You are
No.
blasted in the face. You receive 18 damage, and you are knocked back 2 squares.
Okay. 1, 2, there. And it was 18 damage, you said?
Yep.
Okay.
Damarel's attack just went wide of the dragon. That's going to end her turn.
She's a bit bloody now.
Nat, your go.
Okay.
Remember, you are dazed, so you can only take 1 action. Either standard or movement.
I can move the regular amount, right? I just pick one.
Yeah, you can either move or...
I will use my movement to move here, but I am going to spend an action point
Okay.
to do lightning breath on her.
Okay.
Dang it! Still have damage, but
No. You do full damage to Daemissaries. Is it blasted back? How many squares on bloodied?
no blasting
Okay.
back. It's just damage.
Okay. Daemissaries falls to the ground.
Crap.
Is that
That
end your
ends
turn?
her turn.
Okay.
I do get the lightning aura thing, so
Second. Let me just see. Is that within 3? Damn it. No, never mind.
Okay. Sins go. Sin really doesn't want to do this, but shit. Try to re-grab it. Yeah, he's going to... Okay, he is going to move up to here. He's going to feed Daemissaries a potion. So that's going to bring him back up to 10. And then he's going to use a standard action to sustain Bigsby's hand so he does not lose it. But that's going to end his turn right there. Okay, Daemissaries' turn. Daemissaries uses his movement to stand up. And he is going to use... He's going to use a recuperating strike against the dragon. Okay, and misses, so he gains nothing from it. Okay, that ends Daemissaries' turn. Raylon. Do not let it slip away! As he moves up, and he's going to continue his assault on it. Oops. Oops, god damn it. Stupid dragon.
The dragon then falls back on that.
Yeah, crushing her. Okay. Attack lands. As he continues his assault with his gigantic fucking mace. It's gonna end his turn. Conrad, you're up.
So Conrad's going to move here. Careful attack on the dragon again.
Okay.
Yeah.
That misses.
Okay. And turn.
Okay. Rhea, you are up.
Okay. I'm gonna move. Yeah, I'm gonna move back over there. So hopefully they're still flanking now.
Yep.
Casting Healing Word on Daemissaries.
Okay.
I'm trying to think how many times I've done that. No, I think that's my first one of the day.
Well, the first one of the
time.
encounter, yeah.
Yeah, first one of the 5. So that.
Okay, so
Yeah, that's 5. And for my, what would be a second minor action, I'll do Stay the Hand of Death on myself.
okay, and that does.
Hang on a sec. Does my 5 temporary hit points include in the 35 in?
Was
This
that?
one I got.
Repeat that.
I got 27. I got 27 hit points.
Okay.
And there's with the 5 temporary hit points I just got from Healing Words, that puts me up to 33, which is over my bloody value. So is that bloodied or?
No. Your
not
temporary hit
bloodied,
points do not count towards that.
Okay, so
they're
yeah,
a separate
that's
thing, yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, just making sure because that means it still works. So yeah, I'll do the. But those 2 would stack with it, wouldn't they? What would they? Because it comes from 2 different powers. So?
No. Temporary hit point, or is that granting you temporary hit points?
Only temporary hit points.
Yeah,
I'm just
temporary
trying to
hit
think.
points is a singular pool, and it only accounts for the most amount.
Oh, okay. Won't do that one then. Never
Okay.
mind. Let me see what else I've got then. So that was minor. I'll do Raven's Talon on it if I believe the dragon's bloodied.
Yes.
Yes, I'll do Raven's Talon on it instead then. 'Cause that's a standard action I can use. Yes. Maybe this is the first time I used this one as well.
Okay.
Yeah, that should be 5 plus my wisdom modifier anyway.
It is.
Is it from my wisdom went up?
Is your wisdom 22?
Wisdom modifier. So, 6.
Okay, so just add 1 more damage to it. Should have updated.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I didn't update.
Okay.
First with it being in the Grave Siphon, that's 8.
I got it. Okay.
Well, you know what I mean.
Okay. Does that end your turn? Yep. That's all your actions.
Yeah, that's all of them.
Okay, Dragon's turn. It is going to, it is going to look at you, Ruia.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to look right at you. You should move back. And you move back. Move back 1 square.
Okay.
And it shifts. Okay. And it is going to follow that up with a it's going to bite at Raylon, which hits. Sorry, I gotta move the dragon real quick for a second. Boop. And he gets knocked back 2. As it bites at Raylon, and like as soon as it clamps down, like almost like an explosion of force comes out of its mouth. And it is going to spend its second action point. To put down that. So it is going to make another bite attack against you.
On that? Okay.
Okay. First attack hits, so yeah, you're down.
Hmm.
And
It
seeing
takes 14. It takes 14 damage.
You're
because of
unconscious.
electricity. Yeah, but I am now. Okay.
Yeah, technically that would be.
And it's pushed back.
Yeah.
Pushed back 5 feet.
Okay.
That's down. How much damage?
Huh?
How much damage?
That would be 16 damage on that one.
Okay.
And it is going to fly over to here. Rhea, you do get an opportunity attack against it.
Nice. Shall hit with me mace.
Okay, that does hit.
Nice.
So good.
They also have blessed weapon, correct?
No.
No.
Okay, never mind.
Okay. And that's going to end its turn. And Damarel is going to make an attack roll. Jesus motherfucking Christ. Damarel goes to charge up another attack, and she goes to step forward to launch the attack, and she steps on her own gown. The attack goes short, hits the ground, and she falls forward. So she is on the ground, knocked prone from her long flowing dress. Nat, go ahead and make a saving throw.
Yep.
Okay. You stabilize. Or you're stable this round. Sins go. Her. Shit, he can't do anything about that. Okay, well, since it is away from everyone, let's see what. Because I think this one gives it an advantage with that, so you can't really use that. Hmm. Okay, yeah, he's gonna go ahead and do that. He's going to pull out his tome, and he is going to, use Winter's Wrath on it. Okay, that hits. As he opens up his tome and incants a word, you guys see a frosty, like almost whirlwind, form up around the dragon, and you guys can barely see the dragon. You can still see it, but it is slightly obscured. And takes damage from that. Okay, and that's gonna end Sin's turn. He's going to move Bigsby's hand. And that's gonna be it for him. Demissaries, he's going to come over to here to protect you, Nat, and he's going to hold a recuperating strike if it gets close. He heals up from his rage. Okay, Raylon. Runs over to here. And he's going to ready in action. Conrad, your go.
Question. So if I use like I if I double move, I can use the full range of movement, right? Like I don't have to like stop when I stop, right?
What do you mean?
So like it's like 9 squares to get to here, right?
Okay.
Can I go over there, heal Nat, and then move back?
What do you mean move back? You would have a
Well,
couple.
like-
You'd have a few squares, but yeah, you could move that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
Yeah.
Can I still move after that?
Yeah.
All right, cool. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go over here. That's 9 squares. Heal Nat with the potion. Yeah.
Okay.
Get rid of that.
Nat, you are back up and you are at 10 HP.
Ugh. Ow.
There. Okay. Then Conrad is going to move back. See, that'd be
3
3
squares.
So I'll move here. And does that potion require is a standard action or a?
You're out of actions.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. In turn. Sorry.
Okay, Rui, you're up.
Cool. Use my last healing word on that.
Okay. You can spend a healing surge. You get your healing surge value back plus.
First bit.
Okay.
Oh, hi. 9.
Okay, 9. And remember, your chaotic defense and stuff like that has ended.
Gone, probably.
Fine. Yeah, see that. See. Yeah, and I'll hold my action for if it gets close. I'll use
What action?
my at-will.
Okay.
Just waiting if the dragon gets in range.
Okay. At will.
Use Death Shot.
Okay.
Yeah, I will.
Okay. At the start of its turn, it suffers cold damage. And it is going to double
Does
move.
what?
It is going to double move over to here.
Okay.
That's gonna end its turn. Damarel's up. She's gonna move over to here, but it is just out of her range. So she's actually going to double move over to here. Nat, you're up.
Okay. I'm guessing I'm probably prone since I was
Yep.
just revived. Okay. I just take my movement to get up, and I ready Dragon Frost if she gets in the range.
Okay.
Other than that, it's my turn.
Sin is up. He's going to that's gonna drop. He's going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Move Bigsby's hand. And he's gonna hold Phantasmal Assault if it gets closer. Damasaries is going to turn. And he's going to run over to you, Conrad. He's going to spend his standard action to take the potion from you.
Kyra will give it to him, yeah.
Okay. It's going to end his turn. Raylon, not wanting to rush over to the dragon by himself, is going to circle around a little bit. It's going to end his turn. Conrad.
So from here, actually, Conrad's gonna just kind of move, out of Damasary's way. Careful attack. Yeah.
Okay, that hits.
All right. So 1d6. I also +2 from the
I know.
Diabolic Transformation. There we go.
Okay.
And end turn.
Okay, Rui, your go.
Cool. I'm going to move to the edge of the Moment of Glory, and I've got one last healing potion to myself, so I'll just pop that.
Okay.
Oh, it's great. 1d6, isn't it?
No, it's just 10.
Oh, it's just 10. Okay.
Okay, and I believe that's the last healing potion
Yep.
out of the entire group.
Oh no.
Okay, is that end your turn?
I still have one.
Yeah. Yeah, that
Do
ends
you?
the turn.
Yeah.
Could have sworn you already used it this fight.
Nope.
Okay, then.
No, yeah, because I healed Nat with mine.
Okay. Okay, so there's one potion in play. Okay. On Dragon's
I
turn.
have an anti-poison potion. Yeah. Ah.
Okay. That ends the dragon's turn. As you guys watch as the dragon almost seems to be like trying to cover up that tunnel. She backs into it and just wait a second. There's no range on this. Dragon looks at you, Ruria.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, "Leave this place." And you move back 1 square. as you feel compelled to take a step back.
Yeah.
Okay, Damarel's turn. 1, 2, 3. She's gonna double move to these over here. And then spend an action point to blast the dragon. As she congeals another icicle to launch at it, and it misses. Okay, Nat, your go.
Okay. I move right over here. And I'm gonna shoot acid at her.
Okay.
No luck.
Misses.
And turn.
Okay. Sins go. Okay. That's all he can do. Demissaries is going to double move. It's going to end his turn. Raylon is going to hold an action. Conrad, your go.
Conrad's gonna move here. And he's gonna do careful attack again. Shit.
Okay. Nat, you receive 16 damage.
Ah! That's.
As a burning arrow hits the back of your head.
Don't I resist the fire from the arrow?
No.
Hmm?
Because he did not activate fire. It's
He fired an arrow.
It's a infernally burning arrow because of his transformation.
Yeah, so it's like.
Oh wait, no, wait. Sorry, no, that's just bonus damage because you're stronger now.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Alright. Shit. Sorry, Nat. Conrad says.
Ah! He's like, just yelling, ah!
It's not like that. It was 16 points of damage. That fucking hurt.
That's like, arrow back to the shoulder, your shoulder goes limp kind of deal, kind of.
Like, this is pain.
End turn.
Okay. Rhea.
I am 50-50 about whether to do what I'm thinking of doing. So I have a thought. Damn. Question. If I dash up into the dragon's head, I want to say something to the dragon, but be quiet so plan and band people don't hear. Can I message you what I'm typing and because I'll be secretive about what I'm talking about.
First, move up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. Yeah.
Okay.
I want to show like I'm not being aggressive type thing.
Okay. How do you approach?
I think non-aggressively, like my hands are clearly not on my weapon.
Are your hands up?
Yeah, hands are up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Give me. Give me a diplomacy check.
Oh, great.
Okay. Now give me a stealth check as you try to whisper to Denala. Okay.
Damn
What
it.
do you say?
God.
Type to me what you say.
Cool.
Okay. As you approach her space, she's going to use Wing Scatter.
Okay.
You suffer 12 points of damage as
Yeah.
she flings her wings up, and all these blades, the tips of her scales, shoot out, and they rupture right up your chest. You're knocked back 5 squares, and you are knocked prone.
Okay. You said move back 5 squares.
It's this way.
No retreat?
Oops, sorry.
There.
No, this way. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
Okay. That ends your turn. Okay. And it is able to fly 1, 2, 3 up to here because of the wing scatter, as it throws up its wings and then puts them down, and with that gust it's able to move 3 squares. It's the dragon's turn, and it gained its breath weapon back, so it is going to unload on Nat. Okay, you get hit with 30 damage.
Probably referring to me, so I'm down again. Whee!
Okay. And then it is going to come over to here. And it is going to use a tail attack against you, Nat. Ooh. That's another 22 points of damage.
Bloodied value reached.
Let me pull up the handy dandy information thing.
I believe that means I'm dead.
Okay, that second attack that gone down after she was already down, does that make her automatically fail the death saving thing?
No,
Good,
Nat's damage is just, she's dead.
Oh.
So she's dead?
She's dead. That's going to end the dragon's turn. Damarel is going to circle around to here and blast the dragon, which hits. And that's going to end her turn. Sin's turn. Okay, and he's going to attempt to re-grab the dragon. So if this works, so you can pin it back down. That grabs. Okay. Dragon is not looking hot. Demissaries is going to move over to here, and he's going to pull Nat over to Ruria. And he's just going to look at you real quick over his shoulder, just going like, do whatever you can, just save her. And he's going to just stand right there. Now he's going to stay right there so he can protect you after he moves. Okay, Raylon is going to... Was that?
No, that's fine. I was looking up there.
He's going to come over to here, and he's going to hit it. Attack lands. So he continues to fuck its day up. Conrad, your go.
Conrad's gonna do careful attack.
That misses. As the arrow just bounces off of its scales.
Let's move right here. End turn.
Okay, Rhea, your turn.
Thank you. Damn it.
There's only one thing you can do.
I know there's only one thing I can do. Jeez.
It's designed for times like this.
Yeah, it is. She is gonna start praying to the Raven Queen like more than like you've ever seen her pray to her before. She's gonna go up to Nat, drag Nat as I don't know how far away I can drag Nat away from the
It
dragon.
is a standard action to use it, so if you grab her and try to move her, it's not gonna you're not gonna be able to do it. And just give me one quick second just so I can double check the okay, so yep, it's my
Okay.
Oh, you must use the power at the end of an extended rest.
Yeah, that's what I'm just thinking. I want to get her
No,
away,
okay,
so
never
at least you got body intact.
Okay, yeah, so that would probably be it.
Yeah, try and drag Nat away from the dragon as far as I can.
Yep.
Yeah. So I think how far that'd be.
You can move at half movement with her.
Yeah, so
3 squares.
11 yeah, I think that was there.
Okay. Just move yours back 3 squares.
1, 2, 2, 3.
Okay.
Drag.
Okay. And that's gonna end your turn.
Mm-hmm.
You still got a minor.
Yeah. Still sustaining all the moments of glory stuff.
Okay. Dragon's turn. It is going to whip around and attack Raylon. With 2 attacks. Both land. Raylon is starting to bleed a little bit. And then the dragon is going to again fly over to here and just block this tunnel. Raylon gets another swipe, which misses. Okay. Damarel is going to come up over to here and blast it, which misses. Sin's not going to do that. He's going to drop that because he just can't keep up with it. He needs to move so he can deal more damage and do some more cool shit. So he's going to move over to here. He wants to make sure people can keep hitting it. So he's going to use Phantasmal Assault unless it wanted to. Just in range. Okay, so he's going to try to use Phantasmal Assault to increase the chance of the rest of you guys hitting it. Which hits, as the little feral sin just starts pouncing on the dragon. Okay. Daemis, pissed off, is going to use Reckless Rampage. Which he will be able to get all the way up to it with the Reckless Rampage. Are there any debuffs going on it?
My debuffs only apply to its attack rolls,
Yeah.
so no.
Yeah, there's nothing on it. So yeah, that misses. Oh wait. Duh. Sin. Phantasmal Assault. That does hit. Okay. And that's going to end his turn. Raylon is going to come up to here and just keep bashing at it. That's all he can do. Okay. That hits. Goddamn, thanks for... Those are both barely hits with Sin's shit. Okay. Conrad, your go.
Alright, Conrad's to do careful attack again.
That misses.
Alright, end turn.
Okay. Ruria.
Yeah, still dragging that array as much as I can.
Okay.
So, trying to think of 3 squares. 1, 2, 3. Or unless can I make a dash to make it 6 squares?
Yep.
Yep. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Yep.
Okay.
And that's it.
Dragons. No. I will protect my family. You will not stop me. I will protect them. And it is going to make an attack against Raylon and Daemis. Both misses. Okay. Demerel is going to launch another ice attack against it. Hits. A dragon is wavering very badly. Sins go. He's gonna use a Phantasmal Assault. Try to keep the that's gonna work. You guys watch as Sin opens up his book, a single tear rolling out of his eyes as he looks over his shoulder behind him. And you watch as the feral Sin pops out, this time with bloody tears coming out of its eyes as it leaps forward towards the dragon. And it just leaps towards its throat. And it just starts tearing and biting and starts ripping off scales and just starts getting through. And then right there you see a bit of its bare flesh underneath the hide, underneath the thin hide underneath the scales. And this feral Sin sinks its teeth in as you hear Denala cry out, "No! No! No!" as she falls to the ground.
I was going to say, once that dragon goes to the ground, I'm going to start meditating immediately. Get this extended rest done.
Okay. Raylon just is panting there. He turns around.
Okay, that as well.
You, and he looks towards Sin. Attend to your ally. And he looks towards you, Conrad. You, advance with us.
Conrad's
Demerel,
Conrad, like,
stay with
sorry.
them, make sure they're protected. As she walks towards Nat.
Conrad's kind of runs over, but at the same time he kind of does a passing glance towards Nats and the others, and he continues forward.
Okay. And he looks towards the dragon, and he looks towards you two. Give me a hand with this beast. Let's move it out of the way. It was protecting something.
Imagine strength.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I'm not even gonna roll a strength check for those two because they got it.
Yeah, they got it. Conrad's kind of helping out. Like,
Okay, so you guys are able to like roll the body over, creating a space that you guys can get through. And Raylon immediately, as soon as it's out of the way, starts pressing forward.
Conrad does so as well.
Yeah, Demosaries is right behind him. You guys continue for a little bit, and after this tunnel, there's no more light. Your demonic doesn't affect your vision, does it?
Does not know.
Okay, I mean devil. Okay, you guys press forward, and Raylon pulls out a torch along the way, and he holds it up. You guys continue down like a good 20, 30, 40 feet before you reach another chamber. And it's dark and it's hard to see. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Yeah, wait. Wrong button. There we go.
Jesus Christ, Demosaries. He don't see shit. But Conrad, as he's holding up the torch and he's looking around, you see as he moves the torch a shimmer coming from the corner of the room.
What do I see?
Do you go check? It's just at the edge of the torchlight.
Yep. Conrad was kind of pointing out, I think I see something.
He looks to where you're going and he walks forward with the torchlight. Do you follow him?
Yep.
Okay. There, as he approaches, you see 5 large size metallic looking spheres.
What I assume are eggs.
Give me a nature check.
Yep. Yeah.
These are dragon eggs.
These are its eggs.
That's what the beast was protecting. It didn't mean the village. It was trying to look out after its own brood, the selfish creature.
So was it kind of using this village as its own way to protect its own children?
I'm sure that's what it was. Yeah. Spread out. Let's not leave a single one alive.
Conrad kind of backs up just as, because he said spread out. So giving him this kind of clearing, go ahead.
No, he's saying spread out and destroy the eggs.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying back up. So
yeah, Demosaries pulls out his hammer. And
Conrad pulls out his swords.
Demosaries pulls out his hammer and just kind of looks at you, and he doesn't seem too happy about this, Demosaries.
Conrad nods, just go ahead and do it.
And he lifts up his hammer and just smashes down. Do you attack the nearest egg?
Yes.
Okay. You bring your sword down on it, and you just try to attack it, and your sword bounces right off the egg. But you realize, okay, this is going to take a little bit more. But in your devilish form, you definitely do have the strength to do it. And on the second strike, you use both hands with your sword and come down. And it cracks the egg. And as soon as the egg cracks open, there you see a wormling that is pretty well developed. These look like they were pretty close to hatching. But it is still not ready to hatch. And it's still breathing, but it is out of the egg.
So Conrad just kind of looks at it, Just kind of takes a sword, like holds it to her, and just kind of pushes it in.
Okay. You push your sword in, and you just hear a slight as the little bit of air leaves its lungs, and the little bit of breathing and movement that it had stops.
And he continues, like,
Okay.
with the rest.
Yeah, between the three of you, you guys each take 2 and destroy all the eggs. And Raylon holds the torch light and walks around. And on the other side of the room, he finds a few chests and a small pile of coins, gems, and other things. This must be its hoard. It's rather small for its age, so it must have just recently came in. Doesn't seem to be anything else as he looks around. Damasaries looks around. Okay, let's make our way out of here and let's finish this nasty job and see if Daylock and the Imperial soldiers are able to catch up.
Kyra nods and he continues forward.
Okay, you guys exit back into chamber where you see the others just sitting there.
Mm-hmm.
Sin is just kind of sitting there staring at Maria, who immediately sat down and started closing her eyes.
So Kyra will just kind of approach, I assume, and he's like, "How's that doing?" And he just kind of continues upward.
No response from Maria.
And they'll just kind of look at the others like, what's going on? Like,
Damasaries looks over.
I take it raising my hand because I can still hear what they're saying.
But if you break your meditation...
Yeah, that will break the meditation thing, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Never mind.
Damasaries looks over and says he has no fucking clue. Sin is kind of studying, trying to think about it. And Raylon looks over and says, I think she's trying to beseech her god to resurrect your friend.
Wait, what? Kyra just kind of looks surprised. Like, wait, she's dead?
You look over at Sin and he has tears in his eyes. But he quickly notices that you guys are back and wipes it away. And he kind of stands up. He's like, she's dead.
So, wait, is Kyra still in his devil form?
At this?
Or,
yeah, I mean, at this point, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Shit, I don't know any tongue. That sucks. Kyra's just basically, look towards it like, motherfucker! He's kind of looking at the, he's just kind of walking up towards it,
As soon as you go to step forward, Raylon puts his hand up and stops you.
Yeah, no, he's kind of very angry, very visibly. It's kind of just hold me back, kind of
Yeah, with Raylon's form, he's definitely able to hold you back, no problem.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And he just kind of grabs your shirt a little bit and kind of points you towards him. And he just stares down at you, and he says, "You killed it, and you killed its brood. You've done enough. Let's move forward. We have a job to do."
He kind of and then he just kind of turns around.
Sin, wake your friend. This is not the place to do this. And Sin taps you on your shoulder and shakes you, Ruya.
Yes, sir. And so Bink was like, what do we...
Since
He's just crying around, so I was just trying to focus, but obviously just lost it. Just damn it.
Raylon looks towards you. He's like, we must continue the search of this place, and we must get out of here. We need to make sure that everything is taken care of town. We do have a cart on standby. Big man, grab your friend and go towards the front gate of the town. It should be approaching shortly. Just put your friend on there and tell them that I, Raylon of the Platinum Band, commandeer that wagon for the use of the Onyx Circle. And Damus Ares kind of nods and walks over and picks up Nat's lifeless body in his arms, and he looks towards you, Ruia. He says, "Let's go."
Yeah. She'll just like look right on like monster, nod, and start heading out.
Okay. So the three of you, well, the two of you, as you go to leave the town, actually, the whole group will actually leave with you. Once you guys exit out of the cave, you guys see that the guards have started tying people up, like basically putting manacles on them, things like that. They're corralling all the people into groups. They seem to have the town mostly under control. And towards the front of the entrance, you guys do see a cart, and there's a few of them. And Raylon looks over towards Damus Ares and points over to a cart, and Damus Ares looks back and he says, "I'll see you guys in Latesse when you get there. We'll be in the squawking box."
Got our nods.
And he continues on. And as soon as that stops, or as soon as, like, Damus Ares walks over, Raylon turns around and walks over to Rivel. They discuss something for a few moments, and then he returns back to your guys' group. He says there's still no word from Daylock. Neither him nor the Imperial soldiers ever made it to the town.
Karen just kind of goes silent for a second. Like, is there any way we can kind of send a runner to see what their status would be?
I'm going to leave Damarel here to continue commanding the troops. But if you and Sin wouldn't mind joining me, I'm going to head up north to try to reverse course to see what happened.
I will.
Yeah, I was going to say I'll go up to Comrade. I've got Nat. Keep Nat with me. And
Karen will just say thanks to Ria and then, let her go.
And that's where we're going to take a break.
Ooh.
Ah, damn.
D&D is fun, guys.
I'm seriously sick and tired of dragons at this point.
It's the first part of the
Hey,
campaign.
is I get to use another new power?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just,
See, you're not dead, Nat. We're testing new abilities.
Yeah,
Oh,
remember when Ruria said that she couldn't use her thing? Well, guess what, guys? She's able to show it off now.
yeah. The one thing I didn't want to show off. Yay. I did. Nah.
I'll be back.
Yeah, it's raised dead without the cost of, having to pay for the ritual.
Yeah, but you're asking a death god to do it. Yay.
Yep.
It's funny because, Damon, I was thinking, right at the time where, Raylon was holding Conrad back, I was thinking, okay, he's going to start cursing obscenities in Inferno. I'm like, shit, he doesn't know Inferno. I'm like, he's going to start cursing obscenities. So I'm like, oh, wait, I'm not going to, blurt obscenities online.
I mean, why not?
I guess so, but I was just
Have you heard some of the fucked up shit I've said during this campaign?
That's fair, but I was like, I'm not going to, I didn't think at this time, swear a storm. I would just be saying random words. You know what I mean?
Okay, well, if that's what you felt like doing, that's what you felt like doing.
Yeah.
You gotta think whatever Conrad would feel natural in the moment, so...
Yeah.
So the moment that dragon started commanding people to say, move away, damn.
That scared me at first.
Not doing a good thing.
Yeah, it has a minor action once per round to charm someone.
See, it scared me at first because I thought it was a Nat specific thing. Like, oh fuck, is Nat against us as well?
Yeah, but no, it's more specifically move away, not attack your friends.
No, it was. It could slide. It slides someone one square, and it's able to shift afterwards.
Yeah.
Crazy
See,
part
as soon
is
as
there's no range on the ability.
Yeah, you mentioned that. Like, yeah.
I'm
oh,
like
shit.
trying to look for the range, and it's literally minor once per round at will charm. 16 versus will plus 16 versus will. Dragon slides the target 1 square, and the target grants combat advantage to the end of the dragon's next turn.
Ah, that left me a pill in my stomach.
Why? Because you guys thought that the creature would, or that possibly that the whatever taken over was charming people, and then this dragon had a natural charm ability.
No,
No.
it was more that creature wasn't being massively aggressive in terms of its charming.
I mean,
So
it was doing exactly what it could do.
Yeah, I know. But in my brain, I was like, why are you telling us to move away rather than just attacking people?
Because that's all it could do.
Yeah, no, my point was that, like, I just realized I was on mute this whole time. But I that was hilarious when, like, you're like, Sin's gonna do his favorite thing. I'm like, oh, what is it? And then, like, nat 20 on the sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was beautiful.
You
I
guys
was like,
literally killed half of its health. So it lost its bloodied breath, which is a game changer for a dragon.
You mentioned that, yeah.
It's a free action when first bloodied. The breath weapon recharges and the dragon uses it. It kept missing the opportunity because Wing Scatter, immediate reaction. When an enemy moves into an adjacent square at will, it deals damage, and the dragon can shift 1 square and it flies 3 squares. So for so many rounds, you guys were not getting that hit with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just not good. This
Honestly,
this fight would have gone very differently if that sleep did not go off.
Yeah, no, honestly, like, I saw the sleep and I'm like, holy fuck, like, it worked. I was like, I'm like, as soon as you said you were doing sleep, I'm like, okay, that is not going to work at all.
Yeah, and it has a +5 to saving throws too. The only reason it failed is because you guys had 3 things to save against. So it passed the first 2 with flying colors, and the last one it just rolled too low.
Goddamn, Sin with sleep is just yes.
And he couldn't use some of his abilities because you guys were a little too close.
Yeah, I kind of got that feeling because, like, he did that bust out that hurricane or blizzard thing.
Winter Wrath. He also had Call of the Night Winds, which is very similar.
It's funny also that how you mentioned that, like, his what was it?
His hand?
No, not his hand. His Phantasmal Assault is a debuff. At first, I'm like, okay, why would it be debuff? Then I'm like, wait a second, you're being attacked by a feral.
Yeah, it's basically they're distracted, so it grants combat advantage.
Yeah,
and it
it
also can't make opportunity attacks until the end of the next turn.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah, a Phantasmal Assault is pretty nasty.
Yeah, I mean, if I saw a feral gnome chopping at me, I'd be distracted as hell.
See, I just imagined, like, a small person going for what's the equivalent of, like, a dragon's kneecap.
No, it usually climbs up and stuff like that. You gotta remember, it does not exist. It's not a real entity. It's literally like an illusion, so it can do whatever the fuck Synth can think of.
Yeah. No, in my head, it was someone going for someone's kneecaps.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, like, that, like, one image where it was, like, climbing up the tower. That'd be scary as shit. You're like, what the fuck is that?
He does it on purpose to possibly scare the fuck out of people. Yeah, because it's an illusion. It's a psychic illusion attack, so there's nothing there.
It's just perfect.
Yeah, his spells have taken on a more icy touch. He now has 3 separate ice spells, or cold damage spells.
You learn from Demariel how to give this cold shoulder.
Or it could have been something else. Maybe something else that happened with Sin.
Yep.
Maybe he finds these magics a little easier to use. Okay. Wait till Nat gets back, and then we will continue.
I'm already here.
Oh, Jesus motherfucking Christ. We've been waiting for you. I'm like, man, that's taking a while. Like, we're already past the break. Okay. So. Is this the song? Or is this one it? Oh yeah, that's it. Okay. Conrad, you begin to make your way to the northern part of town. There is a small break in the wall on north, and there's a lot of like roots and foliage grown over that almost seems to like cover up the crack. And immediately, Sin kind of studies it for a moment, and he says, "This is a magical effect." And he holds out his hand and snaps his fingers and uses Dispel Magic on it. And you watch as all of it just goes limp. And Raylon looks back. He's like, that is a very useful trick. Wish I had someone like you in the Platinum Band. And he just kind of looks back and kind of gives like a half-hearted smile towards Sin. And Sin just continues to start walking forward. And Raylon continues as well.
Kara continues as well.
Okay. You guys begin to make your way up north. Takes a while. And the whole time, like, Raylon's, like, looking around for signs of anything. Sin is also looking around as well. Go ahead and roll a perception check.
Will do.
Okay. Do you have the bonus to tracking now?
I should, yeah.
Okay.
Because I got that feat.
Yeah. You go forward, and immediately you notice one thing. You know, you've been studying and practicing how to get better and better at, you know, tracking things. You notice one thing. Nothing's been through here.
Huh.
So.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead if you're going to say something.
Yeah, Kara was just like, huh. Hey, I was just going to say that to the group, and it's like, I'm not seeing any tracks here, or not the sign of any presence here.
He looks towards you. That does not bode well. Let's make haste.
Follows him.
And you guys continue. And it takes a while. You guys travel for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. And at this point, you know, like the sun is starting to get towards like the mid-afternoon, around like probably around 3 o'clock-ish. And he looks back and he says, we're almost approaching where they should have been camping, so this is, keep an eye open and spread out a little bit.
So.
And you guys continue until eventually you find a clearing. Immediately you see tents. And you see bodies.
Wow, fuck.
Raylon kind of looks a little panicked. Search for Daylock. And he starts running over to the tents and starts looking. Sin goes a different way. Give me a perception check.
Will do.
You look over, all Imperial soldiers. You find the the captain of the Imperial Guard, and then you see it. Familiar white hair, just outside of a tent, a familiar tent that you've seen before.
Is he dead?
You approach the body. And there is Daylock. The front of his robes and garbs are completely torn open. There you see the young 16-year-old body of Daylock exposed and open. Pants torn open, the front of the robes and everything ripped asunder. And right above the upper chest, you see bandages wrapped around the upper torso, with 2 fleshy lumps bound underneath. And immediately, you notice something else. Faded scars across most of the body. They look like burnt brands in the shape of the holy symbol of Palor.
Now, to my dream, does that make sense? Like, does the pieces click?
Yes.
Okay.
Given what you see of this, give me a nature check.
Will do.
And I'll count the perception as well from looking as your investigation on the body. You see a single wound, what appears to be from a blade. The colorization of the skin and the lack of other external trauma leads you to believe that she was poisoned.
So Conrad sees all this, right? Is there anyone else around him?
Raylon and Sin are still looking around.
Conrad's kind of
give me an intelligence check.
Yep.
The size of the blade and the discolorization of the skin and what was probably a paralytic effect, as you continue to look and you realize that the reason why the clothes were ripped open and the pants were ripped asunder is whoever did this also had their way with her. And you're sure with the lack of external wounds and lack of any sign of a struggle, this was a paralytic poison. And given what you've seen of this whole situation, you've seen this before.
Mm-hmm.
The night of the assault on the Platinum Band.
Yeah.
But there she lies, lifeless.
Kyle was just gonna fall to his knee and just yell out, "I found Daylock!"
Raylon immediately turns and starts running towards you. As soon as he's the first one to get there. As soon as he sees her laying there, he reaches towards the back and you hear a loud rip as he rips the back cloak from his pauldrons and drapes it over her. And he just falls, he goes down, he kneels down, he says, "My Lord Bahamut, this day extracts another heavy toll." And Sin walks over. You hear just a deep sigh come from Sin.
So he's kind of Raylon is kind of he put his cloak over her and he's kind of holding her, correct?
No, he's not holding her. He's
Okay.
he's kneeling over her.
Okay. So Connor just kind of has he's on his knees, just holding, he's he's kind of doing that thing where he has his palms on the floor, right? And he'll just say, Raylon, Daylock, she, and he'll actually say the word she.
I know.
Oh my god. Oh my. He's just trying to struggle to collect himself. It seems to bear the same mark as the person who attacked you before.
I'm sure its target was still us. I'm sure these Imperial soldiers just were happenstance.
I meant from the hotel
I know.
when you were paralyzed.
I'm sure that creature who attacked us probably works for the dragons. And now I know why they were sent to us. The dragons fear the Platinum Band more than anyone else.
But why? But why though? Like, and like, kind of just
We are
like, what-
world-renowned dragon slayers. What greater foe could exist for a dragon?
Not that. I mean, and I'll just like try to struggle to speak. They had her away with her.
Despicable monster. An evil creature like that has no bounds, I'm sure. And he just reaches up and grabs this holy symbol of Bahamut and says, and just starts muttering a prayer. And Sin looks over towards you and looks back towards Daylock. Well, I'm sure that if we get her back to town, I'm sure, Ruia or Raynor should be able to do something. And then Raylon kind of snaps out of it and just kind of stares at Daylock, or Sin, and goes, "That is not our way. She is in Bahamut's grace now."
Kind of just kind of like he was kind of like looking between the two of them, sitting in like Raylon. Now he's just kind of like looking towards the ground again, like just kind of hands on the ground, just like smacking it a bit.
And Raylon takes his two large hands and scoops underneath Daylock and picks her up. I will take her back to Mistvale. She will be sent back to our order and receive a proper burial and funeral rites. She spoke highly of you all, and I'm sure her last moments was thinking of you. You were all very dear to her, but it is now our responsibility to make sure she finds her final rest. And he, without saying a word, stands up and starts walking back towards Mistvale.
Aaron's like still like kind of like quiet, like he's still like not even like looking at like Sin or anyone else.
Sin walks over and you feel a small gnomish hand on your shoulder. And he looks back over towards Raylon walking away. He looks towards you. I mean, not to sound like a dick, but are we just gonna let this go?
There's nothing we can do.
But we can. We can take her to the temple. We know it's possible.
We know it's possible, but here's a sigh. Daylock, from what I know, Plant Man is all he knows, and I'm not sure he would be willing to quit that just for us.
Damn the Platinum Band. Damn everything. She is dead.
Carol just kind of get up. Raylon, just kind of like, turn around.
He kind of peeks over his shoulder. Yes.
Is there any way, just kind of look at Sin. Is there any way we can bring her back?
It is not our way. It goes against all that it means to be alive.
But she can be alive, though.
Again,
she can be alive.
I understand your frustration and your feelings on this matter, but this is our order. These are our rules, and Daylock was aware of this when she joined.
And then Karen, like, he actually kind of like visibly sad and angry, right? And he'll just kind of like, just kind of like shake his hand, like in a He has a pointed finger, but like he's kind of like shaking it, right?
Yeah.
He's like, don't you be damn telling me like what religion tells me to do, okay? I have lost too much in the sake of that. I will not lose another person because of it.
So you would rather spit on the memory of Daylock, who fought and died for the Platinum Band and all that is good in the world, just from your own personal feelings? What about her wishes? Did she ever tell you to resurrect her if she fell?
Kara like look at Sin real quickly. Like, it's like, is it okay to say it?
Sin is like, he's kind of lost in this situation.
Does he look lost?
He doesn't really know how to react. He's not a people person.
That's true, yeah. Kara will just say she has been resurrected.
And immediately his face goes from like just kind of soft, like just stern, to pissed.
Mm-hmm.
So already she had broken the vows of our people, and I am now giving her the full rights of our order, and I will overlook this transgression, but still you try to press me?
I am saying, if you want her dead, then she is dead.
I do not wish her dead, but these are our rules of the order. I don't care what you, your gods, or whatever either of you believe. She is a member of the Platinum Band first and foremost, and she will receive the rights and honor due to her. You dare besmirch that honor?
Kara will just simply say, I know how much you care about her. You've saved her. That much I know.
What do you mean?
The priest from that temple. I know you saved her.
How did you know of this?
I saw it in a dream.
His eyes go narrow. We will speak of this another time, but no, that was not me. And his eyes just stay locked on you for a moment, and he says, this is the end of this discussion, for there is none. I return to Mistvale. If you do not wish to continue this conversation or deal or see with me, I will respect that. And he looks kind of up at the sun and looks around. If you head directly east from here, you should be able to make the road. If you make haste, you should be able to catch up to the cart on its way to Leteste. But I return to Mistvale to let Demeril know and continue the mission that we were set out to be. I will take Daylock back to Leteste, where I will make arrangements to send her back to our order. Do not try to stop me on this. And he turns and starts walking away.
God's crying again.
Sin just kind of walks back over to you, puts his hand on his shoulders. He's like, I swear if I knew we could take him, I would snatch her from him, but I don't think we would stand a chance.
No.
And standing against the Platinum Band would put us in a very bad position.
Yes.
Do you want to go back to Mistvale, or should we just try to make our way for the road?
We had a job. Let's finish that first.
Well, he said that we could just... I mean, he's taking care of the rest of it.
Okay, let's just go back to Leteste then.
Okay. Sin kind of holds his hand out to help you up to your feet.
He does so.
He doesn't really help too much because, he's a little gnome man.
Yeah.
Like, he's already almost at your level, but, you take the hand and it's... Yeah. But he helps you up and he begins to start walking... he begins to start walking out east.
Does so.
Ria. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm there. Damn, I'm getting emotional.
Yeah,
I'm here. I'm good.
From the town, you climb aboard the cart, as Daemissaries talks to one of the guards who was out front. One of the
Mhm.
guards see you approach with Nat's body, and immediately gives you a hand, helping her up in the back. Daemissaries finishes talking with the guard, and he goes up and climbs in the back. He says, "Okay, they're going to take us back to Letest."
Okay.
And the cart
She's-
immediately starts to move forward.
Okay. No, she's just gonna get a holy symbol out, places it on now, type in, and before she starts going into her meditation thing, she'll just look up at Demisary and like, "Do not let anything distract me. Even if we get to the test, do not disturb me. I don't know if this is going to work. I will try, but..." And she's shaking her voice as she's doing this, and she'll just drop into meditation and wait for that to finish.
Daemissaries says, "Well, we have many hours. I don't know how long this is going to take, but it should be many hours until we get back."
Yeah, already meditating.
Okay. It's a little bit rough to get into the meditation because the cart is moving a lot faster than when you guys came this way.
Yeah.
This is one of those upper class Celestia carts, so it has the oh yeah, you've never seen these ones. You've seen them in your life. They're Celestia has a special type of cart. It's larger than any other cart, but the horses, that they're very fast and they're enchanted. They're very elegant. They're very well made. They're not like simple carts. So this one is pretty fucking fast compared to a normal cart. So with the light load and stuff like that, it's moving at a pretty good pace. So it takes a little bit to really focus on, getting into your meditation. I need you to roll me a religion check.
Shall do.
Okay. Ugh. I'm gonna steal you for a second.
Okie dokie.
Okay. You close your eyes and you begin meditating in hopes to start channeling the power to possibly perform this resurrection. And you close your eyes and you drift into your meditation. Soon the rumbling of the cart and the sound of rock and stone and dirt being moved around, the turning of the metal and the creaking of wood of the cart, the trolloping of the horse hooves, all begin to start to fade away. You focus in, and there's nothing but blackness. And you feel like you're no longer in the cart. And in that moment, even in your meditations, you're aware of everything. So for having everything just fade away like this, it almost alarms you. And almost out of a natural reaction of fear, you open up your eyes. And you're no longer in the cart. You look around and you see the sky. But it's not a sky of the mortal world. You look around and all you feel is cold. And you smell a very familiar smell, the smell of the grave. And you realize that you are standing at almost like a balcony-like structure, overlooking a palace of some sorts. And you look around at any details you can make out. Give me a history check. No, religion check.
Okay. Same bonus either way.
You look at the details that you see. You immediately realize where you are. You're in the Shadowfell. The plane of death and decay. A beautiful sight, is it not? And you quickly turn around. And there you see standing about 8.5 feet tall, slowly walking towards you. A cloaked figure with black raven feathers coming out the sides of the robes and gown that drape this person. And there you see a very familiar white porcelain mask. And she begins to walk towards you. What do you do?
Yeah, she'll just kind of look. Am I okay to presume that this is possibly, if not the Raven Queen?
I mean, you've seen her before.
Yeah. Okay, that's good. No, she'll like. I'm trying to think what's the right word. Stand respectfully at a girl, like, and even go down to a bow type thing on one knee.
Okay, so you immediately drop down into like a worshipping kneeling position.
Yeah, just to show like my respect.
And she immediately just walks past you.
Mm-hmm.
Stand, my child. Yeah. No reason to keep your head low.
Shall do.
Come, look.
Yep.
As she gestures towards the balcony.
Yeah. Follow suit.
I ask again, isn't it beautiful?
Yes, it is. Yeah. She'll just like look out into and take in awe of the scenery around her.
Do you know where you are, child?
I believe so. We are in your realm.
You are correct. And do you know why I would show you such a thing?
I'm trying to pick up a response here. Oh, just like just stay quiet. Like, she thinks she knows, but she's not entirely sure that she wants to say so.
If it wasn't for the mask, you'd be pretty sure a smile was crawling up her face.
Yeah, yeah.
You are very wise of your kind. And you know that it's probably sometimes best not to answer when you do not know. So let me educate you. You know what my domain is and why it exists. You know that every single person who dies in the mortal realm must make their way through my domain before venturing further into the afterlife. I want you to see what it is, this natural part of our world. And you come here to me in my domain, asking me to break it. And she turns and looks towards you. Tell me why I should do so.
Yeah. See, she'll just like look directly at the figure before and be like, puts her hands together. That I try not to shake, like stop him from shaking. Like, you'll have to forgive me for my trespasses, but I believe this is something I must do. If you were asking for
and
some...
as soon as you're talking and shaking, a hand comes and touches your shoulders, and you hear a voice. Settle down, child. And there's something about her voice. It takes you back almost to a point before you met Bartum. And there's just something about her voice that just calms you. And even though you can't remember it, some of your vague memories of your past are very calming to you, and it kind of remind you of that. And immediately the shaking in your hands stop.
Yeah.
Now gather
No,
yourself and continue.
Yeah. I believe this is something I must do. If you're asking for some form of what's the word I'm looking for? Repayment, feel free to take
She
for
holds up
life
her
or
hand,
you need.
a single
Both.
finger telling you to just stop.
Yeah.
I am aware of all that you do in Elois. I've been watching you and your allies for some time. What none of you are aware of is Elois has far-reaching consequences that even affect my domain deep in here. I feel that what you are all doing will affect the cosmos in unforeseen ways that even us gods may not be able to see. I'm aware of the situation in Elois, though even us gods aren't fully aware of how and why all of these things are transpiring. Something is happening there. Something on the scale that none of us have ever seen before. None at least since the Dawn War. I will allow you to perform this task for your ally. But only this once. If you come to me again, I will exact something to outweigh the breaking the natural order of things. I will find an equivalent exchange the next time you do this. But for now, you have suffered enough loss today. So return, child. Return and embrace your friend.
Yeah.
And she reaches out and caresses the side of your face. And even though her hand is cold, you feel the softness of it and the gentleness of it. And again, it takes you back to early broken childhood memories. And as soon as you close your eyes, like almost kind of embracing that feeling on your face,
I was gonna say.
Go ahead.
I just want to say like, thank you, my queen.
You don't even get to that.
Yeah.
As soon as she does that, and you kind of like not nuzzle into it, but you know, like you feel it, and you kind of put your face against it.
Mm-hmm.
You no longer feel the hand, and when you go to open up your eyes to say thank you, you're back at the cart. You've expended your power, and that you snap to consciousness. Oh, I just realized she's not here.
Yeah.
I'm sure in his view it is. Sorry.
Nat.
Yeah.
You wake up.
Well, I kind of wake up.
You wake up.
Okay.
Rick is just like the biggest, deepest breath. Like, it's just like,
And first thing you see right above you is a tarp. The ground is shaking. And you look over and Rhea is there and Damaseries is there.
What happened?
Rury's panting. Yeah. You just see like Rury panting. She's like, she's got that look like she's just seen some shit. Like, okay.
Rhea, you okay? What's wrong?
And she like, stop my baby. Oh dear God, thank you. And she'll just like collapse on top of you and start giving you a massive hug. Thank you. You will not regret this. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
And you look over at Damaseries Nat, and he's just teary-eyed as fuck. And he has just the biggest, dumbest smile on his face. Just to let you know, you feel very weak. For the next 3 days, or the next 3 extended rests, You have a -1 penalty to all attack rolls, skill checks, and ability checks, and saving throws until you reach 3 milestones or have taken 3 extended rests.
Okay.
You also have the experience loss,
Yeah, of course.
which basically, like I will, I will handle that after the session.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you feel seriously weak, but this is now the second time you died. The last time you were fully aware that you died. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. This time, it just felt like you were just knocked out.
Okay. Damn, serious. What's wrong? And that tries to get up.
Well, it's kind of hard because Rhea is currently like just wrapped around you, sobbing.
Oh, hey, oh, it's okay, Maria. Just gentle pats. It was just a nap, maybe. Pat.
You get the sense from how they were reacting, you were not knocked out.
I died, didn't I?
Yeah, you're really confused about how to feel right now because you're like,
what? Eh.
And
They're looking up confused.
Yeah,
like,
Damus Ares just nods softly at you.
Yeah.
You what? You cut off.
I said Damus Ares is just sitting there nodding at you. At your question.
Nat tries to reach her arms out to try to give Damus Ares a squeeze, but with Ruria,
He just
grabbing
reaches
her
out
in a death grip.
he just reaches out his big hand and he kind of like just holds your hand tight.
I does smile at that. Mm.
And around this time, the cart comes to a halt. Conrad.
Yes.
After quite a bit of time, you eventually make your way to the road.
Yeah.
Okay. And there you get to the road. But you don't see anything, and Sin is like kind of thinking about it for a moment, and he's like, I mean, we did just cut off a lot of section of road, so we could have possibly even beat them here.
Mm-hmm.
You want to wait a little bit? If they don't show up, I can always get us transportation back.
Sure. Karen says.
Okay. And you guys wait, and it's literally like 20 minutes until you guys notice a cart coming up in the distance. And the cart gets closer and closer, and you recognize it as a Celestia cart. There's a guard up front, and
Karen hails him down.
he comes to a stop. Yes, can I help you?
Yes, our friends there, a big meaty guy, a girl, and someone else behind.
You guys hear a familiar voice coming from the front of the cart. Yeah, they're in the back.
Karen looks around. Kind of walks around there.
You see him in there. Riri is currently holding on to Nat, and Damus Ares is holding her hand, and he's just kind of staring at you with a big smile on his face, with tears going down his face.
Karen starts crying, like, oh my god, thank God. He'll get on the cart.
Sin does the same.
You're just like lean back, let Nat get some
Conrad.
air.
He'll
Sorry,
kind of grab
still
her free
breathing
hand.
deeply. Yeah.
He'll grab Nat's free hand and just kind of like hold it. And he'll kind of look at her happy, and then he'll just kind of cry sadly.
Immediately you notice, after a few moments, Damus Ares' smile turns into a frown.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys, where is he?
Where's who?
Kyra just like kind of sighs and says, "Daylock is dead."
Just a
And he'll
big,
look
deep
like,
sigh of Damus Harry's just kind of lets out.
and he'll say that, and the Platinum Band won't let us resurrect her.
Damus Harry's her.
Her?
He was a she, Kyra will say.
His eyes are like wide open, like.
She and the rest apparently died. Looks like before they were even able to launch the attack. Likely by the same. Like, can I say for the sake of brevity, explains what happened?
You detailed the information and everything that transpired.
Yeah. And he's just like kind of like he's still like kind of like crying as like he's explaining it all to them.
Yeah, that's like kind of crying too. It was like, I told her to be safe. That wasn't a suggestion.
I tried everything to convince him that she should come back to life, but no, she's
Convince
dead.
who?
Raylon.
Ugh.
Because it really looks like she's about to go say something and then just keeps crying and mutters like cry prayers to herself.
And you immediately realize, Maria, what the Raven Queen meant by you've experienced enough loss.
Yeah, I figured.
That squeezes Conrad's hand even harder. With as much strength as
during
she
the
possibly
whole
has.
during the whole time that you guys were explaining this, Sin busted out his book and he was performing a ritual. Around this time it finishes, and you guys see 6 ghostly horses appear behind the cart, and they all move towards the front of the cart, and Sin climbs up towards the front and he disappears from view. And after a few moments, the cart starts speeding up very, very fast. It almost, you guys have to brace for it.
Yeah.
And Sin climbs back through the back. He says, "Okay, with this we should be able to make it to Latesse a couple hours after nightfall." And he looks towards you, Nat, and he just goes, "Can I see your flask?"
Yeah, here you go. Like,
he picks it up,
like slowly hands it,
puts it in his mouth, and he throws his head back with the flask. And just when you think that he's about ready to stop drinking, he continues and continues and continues.
1 minute, 2 minutes,
and then he sets it down. And then he coughs a little bit.
Yeah, Nat says, I probably would have yelled at Raylon too, to be honest.
And he throws the flask back again. And after another long swig, he hands it back to you.
Yeah, takes it.
We're just keeping quiet about the whole thing.
She was so young. She really didn't deserve the fate that she had.
She did not, no.
And that's still squeezing Conrad's hand.
Conrad's like not even looking at people. Like he's like he can't even look at anyone's gaze. Like, and like he's just like still has like the tears just kind of coming down him.
And the cart continues along. The sun slowly fades away. Eventually, you guys break through the woods make your way across the fields of Eincrad Farms in the plains south of Letest. Hours pass. Nighttime hits. A few hours after that, the cart comes to a stop. A few guards make their way around to the back of the cart. See you all. You recognize the guards. They nod at you, and they walk back. The cart lurches forward again, and you guys find that you are entering Letest. The cart continues all the way up through the market, takes a right, continues along, takes a left, and the cart comes to a halt again, and you find yourself in front of the squawking box. Sin gets off completely drunk, stammers out of the cart. Emissaries helps him down, and the two start making their way into the squawking box.
Conrad enters as well.
Yeah. I was gonna say,
Well,
do you need
actually,
any
Nat
help now?
doesn't let go of Conrad's hand.
I was just gonna look at us like, do you need help getting up?
I don't know. Yeah, she's trying to get up. Like,
Yeah, I'll assist.
Yeah, you two assist Nat out of the cart and into the squawking box as Emissaries assist the fucked up Sin. But you guys find yourself in the squawking box where you see Felton at the bar and Trey posted up on the wall.
What's posted up on the wall?
Trey.
Okay.
So Conrad's actually gonna like break Nat's kind of grip and head upstairs.
So you should probably get some rest too.
Nat just sighs deeply and says, "Liquor certainly isn't gonna fix this." And she puts the
Unfortunately
flask
not.
away.
Yeah. Fortunately not, as your life help Nat go upstairs.
Sin hobbles over to the bar, sits down, and orders more drinks. Demissaries reaches in his pouch, pulls out some money, and slides it over to Felton. Conrad, what are you doing?
You can see if Payne's a lot.
Okay. You go up to the third floor, knock on the door, and she answers it.
And he just kind of hugs her and starts crying.
And she just, you kind of like, kind of rush to her, like as soon as she opens the door. She embraces you, and she's like, "Oh, what's the matter, dear? Is everything okay?"
Oh, it's not. And he's just like continuing to cry.
Come here, and she guides you in the room. You tell her everything?
Yep.
Okay. She mostly stays silent the entire time, and she just continues to embrace you. And given the day that you've had, and just letting all this emotion out, and her just holding you and like just staying silent and just she's listening, it doesn't take long before you just peter out and you just pass out from exhaustion and from emotional and physical exhaustion from your day.
Yep.
Rui and Nat,
Mm-hmm.
you guys make your way up to the room. What do you guys do?
Yep.
And as soon as Ruria plops me on a bed,
yeah,
I'm gonna curl up into a ball.
Okay. You go to sleep, or do you go to sleep, or
Nope. She's just gonna take out Loire's shirt, hold on to it tightly, all curled up in a ball.
Yeah.
Just lay there.
Need you to roll me
Oh.
a wisdom check.
Sure.
Because they were just like sits on the end of the bed and just pat her on the head.
Okay. It doesn't take long for you to just fall asleep.
Yeah.
And eventually
Is it-
you hear just the gentle breathing kind of go into more of a relaxed, like resting sleep too. Nat is now asleep on her bed.
Yeah, it's good. She'll just like move away and then go to the table.
About 10 minutes
Side.
after that, what are you doing?
I'm just going to the table and just thinking long and hard about like what she just saw and just processing everything that's just happened.
About 10 minutes after you start, the door opens up. And Damasaries is escorting a thrashed Sin over towards his bed, and he escorts him over to his bed, and you've never seen Sin like this. He is drunk.
Yeah.
And like he goes and Damasaries is like, okay, come on, man, let's get you to bed. No, I'm just let me keep drinking. And he's like, oh, of course, man, you can take your bottle. And like he's keeps trying to grab onto the bottle that he has, and Damasaries kind of uses it to lead him to the bed. And Sin kind of like sits on his bed, then kind of puts his legs on the bed, and it's kind of like on his side, but he has the bottle next to him in his gnomish form. You know, like the bottle's, he can like curl up with it a little bit. And Damasaries just kind of stands over him a little bit, and he's like, wait for it. And you see Sin's head just kind of loll forward. And as soon as that happens, Damasaries reaches forward and grabs the bottle and yanks it away for real quick, and Sin just plops onto the bed.
Yeah.
And Damasaries takes the bottle from him and just throws it back and takes a mighty drink from it, like almost clearing the rest of the bottle. And he wipes his mouth and he goes and sits at the table. He just lets out a deep sigh. My cord, this was a fucked up day.
Yeah, that what happened in the car. Let's pretend I didn't do nothing. I don't think I'm going to be able to pull that off again. Not without a cost that I may not be able to pay. She'll just do like a big, like, sigh.
He slides the bottle over towards you.
She'll just have like a small drink.
It's
Just like a small
strong,
mouthful.
very, very
Yeah.
strong. This is beyond fire water. This is potent. It burns going down, but immediately you start to feel that warmth wash over you.
Yeah, it does what it needs to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he looks. Did Conrad come back?
Not to the room, at least.
I will say that since you guys did go up at the same time, you probably would have saw him continue up to the third floor.
Okay. Yeah. He went upstairs.
And Damasaries just pauses and looks at Sin passed out, Nat passed out, then looks back at you. Do you think we'll be okay?
We're still alive, right? To live another day.
He kind of like raises his eyebrows, like, "Oh yeah, you got a point." But he doesn't say anything. Takes another swig of the bottle. I think I'm gonna get some sleep. Get this day behind us.
Yeah. Unfortunately, death comes for us all, and age is not a factor.
He nods.
Yeah.
Here to that. As he gets up and walks towards his bed.
Yeah.
What do you do?
Like, think. Oh, like as soon as she sees that everyone's like gone to bed, she'll just quietly like go out, and if it's still open, she'll just like go to the temple and start praying there, like
It's
thanking the graces and
late.
stuff. Oh, is it really
Yeah.
late?
And even though you took the meditation, it doesn't
Mm-hmm.
really feel like you had, like that restfulness that you normally get, like almost like a full night's sleep. So you're really
Okay.
tired.
Oh, it's still tired.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, in that case, she'll just like go to bed and go back into a more peaceful meditation type thing.
Okay, so you go to sleep or meditation?
Um, mm. In fact, what, screw her. She'll go to sleep. She'll go to sleep.
You curl up with your blanket, get comfy, and
Yeah.
you ponder everything for a bit, but eventually sleep finds you.
Yeah. Today is a sleep day.
And that's where we're gonna end tonight's session.
Oh.
Oh gosh.